Looming over the west bank of the Nile River in Egypt, the Great Sphinx of Giza is a massive limestone statue in the likeness of a mythical creature called a sphinx. Often simply referred to as the Sphinx in English, in Arabic its name literally translates as Father of Dread. In mythology, the Sphinx is a monster with at least a lion's body and human head. In some traditions, the Sphinx also has wings like a great bird. The Greek Sphinx had a woman's head, while in Egyptian mythology, it had a man's head. The Sphinx was a cruel and ravenous monster in Greek mythology, often asking riddles and eating those who could not give the correct answer. In contrast, the Egyptian Sphinx was largely viewed as benevolent and as a guardian. For thousands of years, sand buried the colossus up to its shoulders, creating a vast disembodied head atop the eastern edge of the Sahara. Then, in 1817, a Genoese adventurer, Captain Giovanni Battista Caviglia, led 160 men in the first modern attempt to dig out the Sphinx. They could not hold back the sand, which poured into their excavation pits nearly as fast as they could dig it out. The Egyptian archaeologist Selim Hassan finally freed the statue from the sand in the late 1930s. The New York Times declared, "The Sphinx has thus emerged into the landscape out of shadows of what seemed to be an impenetrable oblivion." The Egyptian Sphinx is over 65 feet tall, from the base to the top of its head, and 240 feet long, from forepaws to tail. Much of the Sphinx was carved directly from the limestone rock of Giza and then supplemented with more limestone blocks. The Sphinx's head has a royal look and bears some traditional symbols of ancient Egypt's monarchy. It wears the nemes, a cloth headdress worn by Egyptian pharaohs. The remains of a carved royal cobra, or uraeus, can be seen on the Sphinx's forehead. The human facial features are masculine. Time has robbed the Sphinx of its nose and kingly beard, but the rest of its features remain well defined despite erosion. Archaeologists have found traces of blue, yellow, and red pigments on parts of the Sphinx, making it likely that it was once colorfully decorated. Writing in the 1st century AD, Roman author Pliny the Elder described the Sphinx's vivid appearance. The face of the monster is colored red. Two of the biggest mysteries surrounding the Sphinx of Giza are when it was built and by whom. Scholarly consensus is that it was constructed some 4,500 years ago. During the Old Kingdom while the Great Pyramids were being built. The Sphinx and these massive tombs are definitely connected. The giant guardian appears to sit right between two of them. Each erected by a different 4th dynasty pharaoh. Khufu, who reigned around 2500 BC, built the Great Pyramid, and his son Khafra built his own slightly smaller yet still impressive tomb. While the Sphinx has spent 4,500 years watching the centuries pass, attitudes toward the giant wonder have greatly changed over the years. In the Old Kingdom, the Sphinx was worshipped and was regarded as part of the sacred landscape of the Giza necropolis. When new regimes took over, it was abandoned. Desert sands blew in and covered it up until only its head was visible. Over time, visitors to Giza would rediscover the Sphinx as it sat patiently waiting to be noticed. The colossus would be reborn as it emerged from the sand, and new visitors would flock to marvel at its size, mystery, and endurance. Visitors come not only to admire its architectural beauty but also to explore the legends surrounding the Sphinx. Many intriguing stories about its origins and the mysteries yet to be unraveled add to its allure, making it a captivating destination for history and culture enthusiasts. In addition to exploring the Sphinx, you can also visit the nearby pyramids and learn more about the ancient civilization of Egypt. A trip to the Sphinx is not just a travel experience, it's an adventure that allows you to uncover the wonders of humanity through thousands of years of history. Thank you very much for watching this video. Goodbye and see you again.